Hello, everyone. We begin gallantry with the United States Department of War, which is in Nigeria and has launched airstrikes on ISIS stronghold in the northwest of the country. Threats of the US President Donald Trump to put an end to the killings of Christians in Nigeria was made whole as overnight strikes on Christmas Day decimated ISIS in what the US President Donald Trump called precise and deadly strikes. And these are pictures of areas we understand in Sokoto, Nigeria's northwest, being hit on Christmas Day at night by US airstrikes. These targeted homes were completely destroyed in precision strikes by the US forces. The US President Donald Trump in October and November labeled Nigeria a country of particular interest, saying a Christian genocide was taking place in Nigeria. The Nigerian authorities say it's not only Christians being targeted, responding to President Donald Trump's statement saying that killings of Christians is totally unacceptable. Now, just yesterday, his views were also buttressed by the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who also said that the killings of Christians in Nigeria and elsewhere must end immediately.
Religion cannot and must not be tolerated. And Muslim militant displacement and attacks against Christians in Nigeria, that too must end, and it must end now.
The news of the attacks on Nigeria's Islamic strategic centers, or what is believed to be strategic centers, overnight filtered over international media and on social media in what many believe is a necessary and welcome action by the US President Donald Trump. The evidence of this is in the somewhat unstoppable actions of ISIS operating in Nigeria for over some years now and believed to be supported by some Nigerian politicians who are deemed untouchable according to security analysts. Chronicling terror events, a Nigerian brigadier general was killed, the withdrawal of troops in Kebbi moments before a girls' secondary school was attacked, and over 20 girls kidnapped, all pointers to foul play. ISIS came to being in 2015 when it pledged allegiance to Islamic State on the advent of Boko Haram, which means Western education is a sin. Other evidence were attacks on churches and mosques, some of them even streamed live.
Or even boots on the ground.
Could be. I mean, a lot of things I envisage, a lot of things. They're killing the Christians and killing them in very large numbers. We're not going to allow that to happen.
Now, an unlikely supporter, rapper Nicki Minaj, who was born in Trinidad, speaking at the UN last night.
I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage.
The Christmas Day night strike are symbolic, and which the celebration of our Nigerian government, with the collaboration rather of the Nigerian government and the defense ministry, headed by this man, General Christopher Musa, the Minister of Defense, and hails from the northwest of Nigeria. International news channel WION was one of the early reporters of this airstrike. Devastating airstrikes by the US forces. These are real-time pictures of the strike we got earlier, and would want to bring it to you to watch.
Roger. Breaking left. Viper 5-1, Roger. And if you could relay to Dragon 3-3, thanks for all this help. Enjoyed working with them. 526, both of you, thanks for your help today. Roger.
These strikes didn't happen out of the blues. A base in Ghana serves as a launch center for surveillance by the US military flying to Nigerian territory to obtain data from terrorists' enclave.
The skies above Nigeria have become a battlefield of intelligence and power as surveillance jets sweep across the northwest, leaving Fulani bandit groups shaking and scrambling for cover. For years, these criminal networks have thrived in forests and remote villages, striking communities with little warning and vanishing into the bush. But now, the game has changed. Reports of advanced surveillance aircraft linked to international cooperation and Nigeria's clearance to deploy Super Tucano fighter jets have sent shockwaves through bandit camps. These jets are not just flying, they are watching, tracking, and exposing movements that once remained hidden. The fear among bandits is real because the skies no longer belong to them. This development follows a series of bold airstrikes by the Nigerian Air Force, which recently eliminated key commanders and destroyed hideouts in Zamfara and Katsina. Precision attacks have disrupted supply chains and scattered fighters, proving that aerial intelligence can cripple even the most entrenched networks. The addition of surveillance jets, whether foreign or locally operated, signals a new phase, intelligence-driven warfare that targets leaders, weapons caches, and logistics rather than broad, indiscriminate bombing. The wider context is crucial. Nigeria has struggled for years to contain banditry, which grew out of herder-farmer clashes and expanded into organized crime. Villages have been burned, highways blocked, and thousands displaced. The military's reliance on ground patrols often left them vulnerable, but with eyes in the sky, the balance of power shifts. Bandits who once moved freely at night now face the risk of being tracked, mapped, and struck before they can act. This story also touches on global cooperation. The United States has long partnered with Nigeria on counter-terrorism, and the clearance to use Super Tucano jets, aircraft purchased from the US, shows how international agreements shape local battles. For Nigerians, the presence of surveillance jets raises questions. Is this foreign involvement a sign of stronger support, or does it challenge national sovereignty? Either way, the immediate effect is clear. Bandits are losing their safe havens. Communities are beginning to feel the difference. Farmers are returning to fields, markets are reopening, and vigilantes are reporting fewer raids. The psychological impact is just as important as the military one. When villagers see jets overhead, they feel protected, and when bandits hear them, they feel hunted. That shift in morale can change the course of the conflict. But let's not forget the deeper issues. Banditry is fueled by poverty, unemployment, and weak governance. Surveillance jets can scatter fighters, but they cannot erase the conditions that breed violence. If young men remain jobless and communities remain neglected, new groups may rise even if old ones fall. That is why experts insist that aerial surveillance must be paired with social investment, schools, jobs, and infrastructure that give people a reason to reject crime. Still, the symbolism of this moment is powerful. For years, bandits believed they were untouchable, hiding in forests and daring the state to challenge them. Now, with surveillance jets sweeping the skies, their fear is visible. It is a reminder that technology, intelligence, and determination can break even the strongest criminal networks.
And in the spirit of Christmas, the Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, wrote a goodwill message to Nigerians on his Facebook page. In his words, this Christmas, General Christopher Musa said, guided by the spirit of service, inspired by hope, and grounded in forgiveness, I send my heartfelt wishes for a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to you, your families, our dedicated staff of the Ministry of Defense, and our brave men and women in the armed forces. This season is a reminder of the values that unite us: courage, sacrifice, forgiveness, and the steadfast commitment to our nation. Across our nation, in homes, in our barracks, along our borders, and wherever duty calls, there exists a spirit of service and sacrifice that binds us together. It is a commitment that stands firm, a readiness to uphold the greater good above personal comfort. In its essence, this spirit mirrors the timeless lessons of giving, inspiring hope, fortifying determination, and illuminating the path towards stronger and safer Nigeria. Let this festive season be a time to cherish family, to honor the dedication of those who protect us, and to reaffirm our collective responsibility to build a nation that is just, peaceful, and prosperous for all. He reflects on sacrifices, both profound commitment to our troops and the enduring examples this season evokes, We are reminded that services to others is the highest form of strength. May the new year bring renewed vigor, boundless hope, and the promise of opportunity for every Nigerian. Together, let us continue to serve, to protect, and to dream boldly for the Nigeria we know we can be. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hashtag G General CG Musa. Well, what do you know? The Minister of Defense on Christmas Day celebrates his 58th birthday and wrote briefly on his Facebook post, I mark my birthday today with gratitude for life and the honor for public service. I remain committed to serving our nation with diligence, commitment, integrity, and purpose. Hashtag General CG Musa. Well, we wish the General and Minister of Defense many more impactful years ahead for the good of the country and for humanity. Meanwhile, the Chief of Defense Staff, the CDS, in his Christmas message, said he celebrates frontline troops with a special Christmas launch in Plateau State in recognition of their dedication and sacrifices in safeguarding lives and maintaining peace across the joint operations areas. The colorful event, hosted by Headquarters 3 Division, Nigerian Army and Joint Task Force Operation Enduring Peace, brought together officers, soldiers, their families, and invited guests in an atmosphere of warmth, unity, and festive cheer. The event featured vibrant cultural dance displays reflecting Nigeria's rich diversity, light-hearted riddles and jokes, as well as other morale-boosting activities aimed at easing the burden of frontline duties during the Yuletide. In his Goodwill message, the CDS extended warm Christmas greetings to the troops, expressing delight at celebrating the Yuletide season with the personnel of the 3 Division and JTF Operation Enduring Peace. He described Christmas as a season that embodies love, sacrifice, hope, and renewal, offerings and opportunity to reflect on shared humanity, collective responsibility, and the unwavering commitment to the peace, unity, and progress of the nation. The CDS remarked that while many Nigerians celebrate with their families, frontline troops remain steadfast in performing their oath to God and country and giving protection, of course. He commended, the selfless service, courage, and professionalism of existing Operation Enduring Peace, which has contributed significantly to restoring public confidence and stabilizing Plateau State and adjoining areas of Kaduna, Nasarawa, and Benue States, while noting that the nation owes them immense gratitude. The CDS further urged troops to remain vigilant, disciplined, and proactive, reminding them that there are criminal elements often seeking to exploit festive period to undermine peace and security. A major highlight of the event was the symbolic serving of Christmas meals to frontline troops by the CDS, the representative of the COAS, and other senior dignitaries, reinforcing leadership closeness to the ranks and file and boosting troops' morale. Meanwhile, the Chief of Army Staff, the COAS, in his Goodwill message on Christmas Day, says in part, as we celebrate Christmas 2025 and prepare to usher in the new year 2026, it is with profound gratitude to Almighty God and deep appreciation for His continued grace upon our nation and our gallant troops that I extend my heartfelt goodwill message to all officers, soldiers, civilian staff of esteemed family members of the Nigerian Army. Christmas offers us an opportunity for reflective renewal of faith and thanksgiving as we join our Christian brothers and sisters across the world to commemorate the birth of Jesus Christ. We are reminded of the virtues of love, sacrifice, compassion, peace, and unity. These noble virtues are not only central to Christian doctrine, but also resonate strongly with our ethos and values in the Nigerian Army. This season further allows us to acknowledge the journey of the past year, including challenges and achievements that have shaped our operations in the defense of our fatherland. To all personnel serving in various operational areas who will not be able to celebrate this festive season with their families due to the demand of duty, I salute your courage, your discipline, and your sacrifice. Your unwavering commitment to safeguarding our country's territorial integrity and ensuring the safety of all Nigerians is deeply appreciated. Under my leadership, concerted efforts will continue to be made to strengthen professionalism and ensure combat readiness of the Nigerian Army. As we celebrate Christmas, I urge all personnel to remember the essence of the season. Let us show love to one another, reflect on our journey individually and collectively, and rededicate ourselves to the ideals of unity, discipline, and professionalism as the new year approaches. I encourage all officers and soldiers to embrace 2026 with fresh optimism, commitment, and determination. On this note, I wish every officer, soldier, civilian staff, and their families a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year 2026 filled with peace, joy, and renewed blessings.
Sir, sorry. Officers. Your shorts, your lens.
In the meantime, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Calvin Aneke, also joined airmen and women in celebrating the Christmas with a message contained in a short video. Take a listen.
Officers, airmen, airwomen, civilian staff of the Nigerian Air Force, and the families who stand proudly behind us. As we mark this festive season, I wish to acknowledge the tremendous demands this year has placed on all of us. Across our operational theaters, from the front lines to our supporting bases, you have stood firm, shown courage, and demonstrated the highest level of professionalism in defending our dear nation. Your steadfast commitment in the face of ongoing security challenges has strengthened our collective resolve and reassured millions of Nigerians. Guided by our command philosophy, we are building a highly motivated and mission-ready force. I want to assure you that your welfare will remain central to our success because you are the strength of our Air Force. Welfare for enhanced warfare is not merely a slogan. It is a firm commitment to support you so that you can continue to excel in every theater of operation. As you reflect on the closing year, please take pride in your service, draw strength from your achievements, and return with renewed vigor for the mission we all have ahead. I want to wish you and your lovely families a peaceful, festive season and a prosperous new year. Together, we will keep the flag flying high. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The Navy has rescued about over 20 crew members from a burning MV Chumba Express off Calabar waters in Nigeria's south-south region. Here's the full report.
The Nigerian Navy has rescued 20 crew members from a burning MV Chumba Express off Calabar waterways in Nigeria's south-south region. A statement from the Navy authorities responded to a distress call and moved swiftly to prevent loss of lives at sea, and especially at a festive period like Christmas, which carries the message of love and peace to humanity. The Navy has maintained a surveillance of territorial waters to stop activities of oil theft and bunkering in the South-South region of the country, which has recorded near-zero reports of piracy since 2018, stepping up the tempo in recent weeks under the leadership of the Chief of Naval Staff Rear Admiral Idi Abbas.
Now, during the week, Defense Headquarters held an Armed Forces of Nigeria Transformation Seminar and 2025 fourth quarter DHQ and Services Transformation Meeting to develop new concepts, innovations, and strategies for effective operations. Take a listen.
Directors, very senior officers, distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I am Sono Ija Mohammed, from the Director of International Information, and on behalf of the Chief of Defense Staff, I welcome you to the main conference for opening for Defense Headquarters and Services for Border Transformation and Innovation Seminar, year 2025. Theme: Optimizing the Armed Forces of Nigeria operational capabilities through transformation and innovation, issues and prospects.
It is an honor for me to welcome you all to this Armed Forces of Nigeria Transformation Seminar 2025, convened under the offices of the Department of Defense Transformation and Innovation. The theme for this year's seminar: optimizing the Armed Forces of Nigeria's operational capabilities through transformation and innovation, issues and prospects. It's compelling and needed, given the current security challenges confronting our dear nation. As we operate across multiple theaters with increasing complexities, it has become pertinent that our methods, systems, and doctrines must evolve more rapidly than the threats we face. This seminar, therefore, provides a unique opportunity to critically examine the gaps that exist in our force structure, reflect on lessons from ongoing operations, and chart new pathways to improve on our readiness, responsiveness, and effectiveness to confront challenges of insecurity developing our dear country. The Armed Forces of Nigeria cannot afford stagnation in a war where insurgents, terrorists, and violent non-state actors have continuously to refine their tactics, leveraging on technologies and exploring social vulnerabilities. Therefore, we must be deliberate in embracing transformation using emerging technologies in the fight against banditry and terrorism. Transformation is not a mere adjustment. It is a continuous shift in thinking, posture, capability, and culture. Innovation is the tool that provides ideas and technology that allow us to stay ahead of evolving threats. It is only through the fusion of transformation and innovation that we can sustain operational advantage over our adversaries.
Well, that's it on the show. Do subscribe on our channel and share. Support the military whichever way that you can. We shall keep a close watch on the US precision strikes on ISIS stronghold in the country's northwest. I can imagine the northeast as well will be included. But we'll keep waiting and see what happens. I am Gimba Umar, and we'll see you again.